राम 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 हरे हरे।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Tuesday. It is the 10th of December. And it is Keshava Masa or Margasesha Masa, Sukla Paksham, and Dasimi Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today, but tomorrow it is the Moksha, the Ekadasi, fasting from grains, beans, cereals, and also tomorrow is the Gita Jayanti as well. Okay, so that is tomorrow is that event. So for today, we shall quickly know the daily Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead speaking to Brahma. So answering Brahma's question about his form. So and his existence. So, the last 2 days we have been discussing aham evasam evabhre namyad yad sad asad param paschadaham yedetaccha yo avashishyeta so asmyaham. So I am existed before the creation, during the creation, after the creation. Uh, Likewise, the Lord is saying to Brahma. So there is nothing else except me. So in that one, we have been discussing. So that once again to go to continue that purport. So going again to the translation first. So Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation when there was nothing but myself, nor was there the material nature, the cause of this creation. That which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead, and after the annihilation, which what remains will also be I, the personality of Godhead. Okay, so we shall continue the purport. Okay, so can I request any devotees, volunteer devotees to read some Jahnakanya Mataji is off to temple. Any devotees would like to read? So there are 2 paragraphs, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I can read Prabhu.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mataji.
In some of the Vedas, it is also said that in the beginning only the impersonal Brahman existed. However, according to this verse, the impersonal Brahman, which is the glowing effulgence of the body of the Supreme Lord, may be called the immediate cause, but the cause of all causes or the remote cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord's impersonal feature is existent in the material world because my material senses or material eyes, the Lord cannot be seen or perceived. One also to spiritualize the senses before one can expect to see or perceive the Supreme Lord. But he is always engaged in his personal capacity, and he is eternally visible to the inhabitants of Vaikuntha Loka, face to face. Therefore, he is materially impersonal, just as the executive head of the state may be impersonal in the government offices, although he is not impersonal in the government house. Similarly, the Lord is not impersonal in his abode, which is always nearest the Kuhukam, as stated in the very beginning of the Bhagavatam. Therefore, both the impersonal and personal features of the Lord are acceptable as mentioned in the revealed scriptures. This personality of Godhead is very emphatically explained in the Bhagavad Gita in connection with the verse uh, Brahmano hi pat, pratisthaham. Therefore, in all ways, the confidential part of spiritual knowledge is a realization of the personality of Godhead and not his personal, impersonal Brahman feature. One should therefore have his ultimate aim of realization not in the impersonal feature, but in the personal feature of the absolute truth. The example of the sky within the pot and the sky outside the pot may be helpful to the student for his realization of the all-pervading quality of the cosmic consciousness of the absolute truth. But that does not mean that the individual part and parcel of the Lord becomes the supreme by a false claim. It means only that the conditioned soul is a victim of the illusory energy in her last snare. To claim to be one with the cosmic consciousness of the Lord is the last threat set by the illusory energy, or Devi Maya. Even the impersonal existence of the Lord, as it is in the material creation, one should aspire for personal realization of the Lord, and that is the meaning of uh, Paschadaham Yad Etat. Uh, Yo Vesisite Somya Aham. Somya. Uh, Brahmaji also accepted the same truth when he was instructed Narada. He said, shall I continue, Prabhu?
Okay, we can give a chance to other devotees, Mataji.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
very good.
Thank you. Any devotee would like to take a turn? Hangma Mataji, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, sure. Brahmaji also accepted the same truth when he was instructing Narada. He said, So yam te bihitas tata Bhagwan Vishwa Bhavana. Um, Bhagavad Gita, is that chapter 2?
Bhagavatam.
Bhagavatam. So is that canto 2?
Okay, yes. Chapter 7.
Canto 2, chapter 7,
Verse 50.
verse 50. Thank you, Prabhuji. There is no other cause of all causes than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari. Therefore, this verse, Aham Eva, never indicates anything other than the Supreme Lord, and one should therefore follow the path of the Brahma Sampradaya, or the path from Brahmaji to Narada to Vyasadeva, etc., and make it a point in life to realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari or Lord Krishna. This very confidential instruction to the pure devotees of the Lord was also given to Arjuna and to Brahma in the beginning of the creation. The demigods like Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Indra, Chandra, and Varuna are undoubtedly different forms of Lord for execution of different functions. The different elemental ingredients of material creation, as well as the multifarious energies, also may be the same personality of Godhead, but the root of all of them is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. One should be attached to the root of everything rather than bewildered by the branches and leaves. That is the instruction given in this verse.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
So here this is the continuation of this. Aham evasam evagre nan yad sad asad param pashadaham yedetacha yo avashisheta so asmiham. So I am the only. So here, when in our general conversations, when we say, I am, I am this man, I am a Mogadasa, I did this one, I live here. When I am saying it always represents me. There is a person speaking. So here the Lord is saying, Aham evasam evagre nan yad yad sad asat param paschad aham. So when he's saying aham, that means it is me. When we say I, it is me. Say there is a person speaking. Even in the aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bhudabhava samanvitaha. When Krishna speaks to Arjuna, it is Krishna is speaking. It is not someone else. Is a Krishna representing someone. It is Krishna is speaking there. Aham. So here in the Vedas also, Vedas what it describes? Dharma, Adha, Kama, Moksha. Moksha is the ultimately one is going to merge into the impersonal Brahman. But Krishna, Vedash sarvair ahameva vedho Vedanta krud Veda videva chaham. But after studying all the Vedas, what is to be known? It is me only, Krishna says to Arjuna. Aham Vedash sarve ahameva vedho Vedanta krud Veda videva chaham. The ultimate end of knowledge of the Vedas is only me to be known. And here Vedas also Krishna says to you, they bring only speak about the karma kanda only. But oh Arjuna, you just transcend even the Vedas, that knowledge of the Vedas. You surrender yourself, you take the path of Bhakti Yoga. So that is the ultimate thing that Krishna spoke to Arjuna. Here, however, according to this verse, impersonal Brahman, which is the glowing effulgence of the body of Supreme Lord, may be called immediate cause. But the cause of all causes or the remote cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is a again this is Brahmano hi pratistaham amrutasya avyayasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya I can't so the Lord speaks that one. Even the Brahman, the impersonal Brahman is also depends on me or depends on Krishna. Krishna is the source of that impersonal effulgence. So the Lord's impersonal feature is existent in the material world because by material senses or material eyes, the Lord cannot be seen or perceived. So it is beyond our the sense perception. But one has to spiritualize the senses before one can expect to see or perceive the Supreme Lord. We need to in qualitatively become with Krishna. So as a spirit soul, we are already one with Krishna. But even body can be spiritualized by engaging itself. Sevonmukehi jihvadu. So all kinds of senses. It is not going to engage in the personal sense gratification. But when we are engaging all our senses into the service of the Sevonmukehi jihvadu swayameva spurtyadaha, then Lord will be revealed himself to the devotee. The again Savai Manah Krishna Padaravindayoho Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunadu Varnane Harehe Karo Harehe Mandir Madhyanadishu Srutim Chakaratyuta Satkatodaye. So mind is always observed in Krishna consciousness. Savai Manah Krishna Padaravindayoho unto the lotus feet of Krishna. And likewise, Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanu Varnane, when we speak only about the glorifying Krishna, Vaikunta Gunanu Varnane, and Karo Harehe Mandira Marjanadishu, and hands are just cleaning the temples and whatever the service we can do for Krishna, and then Sritim Chakar Achyuta Satkatodaye. Here only the topics of Krishna. Sritim Chakar Achyuta Satkatodaye. In such a way, we spiritualize the body. Then we will become qualified spiritualizing the body. If we see some of the devotees, their body is of a golden hue because it is not ordinary thing. If we see ordinary person, he may be just applying something else, but actually it is a materialistic thing. But if you see the devotees, their body is kind of a turning itself into golden hue because of the austerities and penances and spiritualizing the body. That we can directly see it. Mostly we can experience with the sannyasis and some of the devotees, though in the Grihastha they follow all the strict rules and regulations. We also see their body is having some golden line, Gaura color. Color is the golden color. Okay, but he is always engaged in the personal capacity. A devotee is always engaged in his personal capacity and he is eternally visible to the, sorry, it is about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So eternally visible to the inhabitants of the Vaikuntha Loka. And people there, they see the Lord face to face. And therefore, he is materially impersonal. But as the executive head of the state, and Prabhupada is giving analogy that government means that the system is running, but person is not directly coming on each and every place in office and to sit there and to meet with the people. But he is in his own abode, in his own office. But the government is there. So that government is compared with the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. But similarly, the Lord is not impersonal in his abode, which is always nirastha kuhakam. So it is not a materialistic of nature. He is always in his spiritual abode, Vaikuntha Lokas. And then this is this is coming from the Tene Brahma Hrudayadikavaye Muhyantit Surayah Tejo Vari Mudam Yada Vinimayo Yatra Bhomusha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastakuhakam. Nirastakuhakam. So that is Satyam Param Dhimahi. That is the Lord. He is always in his own abode. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Therefore, both impersonal and the personal features of the Lord are acceptable. Of course, Prabhupada is not denying that one, but he is saying that we need to advance that impersonal feature and addressing. So in childhood times, we used to play with the children. Sometimes when the child is of 1 year, 2 years old, and then a parent go and hide behind some curtain, and child comes and then trying to search if there anyone in this room, and then child says, asking, is there anyone? But parent behind the curtain says, no one is in the home. And the child will goes back if he is not intelligent and saying that, if someone is asking the child, is there anyone in the room? Child says, no, there is no one. So someone said that there is no one in that room. So it is the kind of innocence, but actually the person is speaking. But if the intelligent child is there, his child's intelligence is mature, then he will go and find who is behind the curtain. So as mentioned in the revealed scriptures, the personality of Godhead is very emphatically explained in the Bhagavad Gita in connection with the verse Brahmanohi Pratishtaham. So this Brahmanohi, this is the impersonal effulgence, is depends or on me. I am the source for that impersonal effulgence, Brahman. Therefore, in all ways, the confidential part of spiritual knowledge is realization of the personality of Godhead and not his impersonal Brahman feature. Brahmeti Paramatmiti Bhagavaniti Shabjate. Bhagavaniti is the last stage of realization. One should therefore have this ultimate aim of realization not in the impersonal feature but in the personal feature of the absolute truth. This is the ultimate aim. And the example of the sky, this is the uh, Gatambhare, Yatambhare, Gatambhare, this is the pot. And these impersonalists, they think they compare they give the analogy of the a sky exists within the pot, and also there is a material sky. Whenever pot is broken, this sky is merged into that material sky. That is their analogy. That is also comes from the scriptures. Narada Muni also says to Yudhishthira. So here the example of sky within the pot and the sky outside the pot may be helpful to the student for his realization of the all-pervading quality of cosmic consciousness of the absolute truth. But that does not mean that the individual part and parcel of the Lord becomes the supreme by a false claim. So again, we cannot become the God. We are always individual entities. This is the Mamaiva Amsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhutaha Sanatanaha. And we are all Burjas, all the servants of the Lord. It means only that the conditioned soul is a victim of the illusory energy in her lost snare. It bewilders the living entity in all conditions. If it is Mameve Prapadyante Mayam Yetam Tarantite. If he is not surrendered to Krishna, then this energy of the Lord, it will bewilder. So that is her last snare. It is a thankless task to Durga Devi. So Durga Devi her service is to keep this living entities conditioned in this material world, make them to suffer and conditioned. Of course, it is Ichanurupam, Chestate, it is on the will of the Lord. It is the refinement of the souls for the purificatory purposes. If they have got any tinge of any material desire, they will have to come back here. So to claim to be one with the cosmic consciousness of the Lord is the last trap set by illusory energy or Daivi Maya. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. So that is the difficult to cross. Even in the impersonal existence of the Lord, it is in the material creation, one should aspire for the personal realization of the Lord. That Prabhupada is saying again. That is the meaning of the Pashadaham Yedetatcha Yo Avashishyata Sosmyaham. So I exist at the end of the annihilation of this material creation as well. And then Brahmaji also accepted the same truth when he was instructing Narada. So when Brahma was speaking about different incarnations, at the end he is concluding that Soyam te abhita hatata Bhagavan Vishwabhavanaha Samasena Harehe na anyasmad sadhatayat. So there is nothing beyond the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So likewise, I have given very summarized details and incarnations of the Lord. Soyam te abhitah tata Bhagavan Vishwabhavanaha. Only the Lord is existing, and He is there is no other cause of all causes than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari. Therefore, in this verse, Aham Eva never indicates anything other than the Supreme Lord. And one should therefore follow the path of Brahma Sampradaya, or the path from Brahmaji to Narada to Vyasadeva, etc. Make it a point in life to realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari or Lord Krishna. This is the confidential instruction to the pure devotees of the Lord. Was also given to Arjuna and to Brahma in the beginning of the creation. For Brahma also, Dharma, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Raja. Likewise, the Lord also gave the similar instruction to Brahma. There also it mentions, while you engage yourself in the devotional service unto me and you carry out this creation, the Lord says to Brahma as well. It says in the last verse of the Brahma Samhita. The different eternal ingredients, and also here, all the demigods, they are different parts of the um, Virat Rupa. So we have seen in the beginning of the second canto, there Sukadeva Goswami was mentioning each demigod and where he is situated in the body of the Virat Rupa. And Narayana Paradeva, Deva, Narayana Angajaha. All the demigods are the part of Narayana only. But if people are worshipping these different demigods, it is Avidhi Purvakam. It is not the authenticated way. Of course, there are authentic, it is not for the ultimate purpose. But people who have got material desires, they go and approach those demigods and fulfill those desires. But that thing automatically come if he's having faithful to the one demigod and worship him, he will fulfill that desire. But devotees, they will only come for even the material desires, only come to the Krishna only. If they have got material desires, we have got the prayers as well. If devotees have got any desires, we know the prayers are there. In the third canto, chapter 9, 1 to 25 verses, there are shlokas. those whoever were reciting those 25 verse slokas, and then ye etan pumanityam stutva stotrein mam bhaje tasyasu samprasideyam sarvakama vareshwara, and I will fulfill their desires. The Lord also says that one. So I think devotees, if you have got any desires, so to approach the Supreme Lord, which is also desire must be conducive to devotional life, not taking far away from the Supreme Lord. They can also desire. Even Dhruv Maharaj also desire desire to have a good job than his father and Brahma. So and he went to the Supreme Lord, and then Lord also blessed him that all your senses will be very strong until end of your life, and then you will rule this world for 36,000 years, and you will experience all kinds of opulences and enjoyment. By your pious activities, you burn all your pious activities by enjoying, and you will anything is happening, you will perform the yajnas and sacrifices. That way you balance all your life, but at the same time you engage yourself in the devotional service unto me. Likewise, Dhruv Maharaj also attained the perfection of human life, and he went to the abode of the Lord in the airplanes with Nanda and Sunanda. So one can always desire from the Lord. He can desire. He can ask the benedictions from the Lord, only the Supreme Lord. Then he will. So here, when we are asking any desires, first Lord He purifies our mind and will make us in such a situation. We ask which is conducive to the devotional service only. It is not that we are going far away from the Lord. Okay, so that is different elements and ingredients of the material creation as well as the multifarious energies. They're all different energies of the Lord. Also, maybe of the same personality of Godhead, but not. But the root of all of them is the supreme personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम्. He is the Sarvakaranakaranam, root of all of the other causes. One should be attached to the root of everything rather than bewildered by the branches and leaves. That is the instruction given in the verse. Okay, so this is the Yatataror Moolam Nishechanena, just like a rooting the water. Similarly, one who worships Krishna, he is worshipping all the demigods and everyone else, forefathers, and he is not liable to indebted to anyone else. Okay, so that is this purport. So with this one, so the first Chatashloki Bhagavata we have completed. Aham evasam evagre nanyad yad sad asad param pashadaham yedetaccha yo avashishyeta so asmiham. I request dear devotees, you also learn by heart this verse. It is very beautiful, and the philosophy Prabhupada explained, it may be helpful when you come across many other people like impersonalists. You can equip with the knowledge. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, we shall quickly move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Madhudvisha, May 31st, 1970, Los Angeles. It looks it is a small letter. Can I request any devotees to read this small letter?
Prabhuji, may I please?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Thank you. My dear Madhu's Bisa, please accept my blessing. I beg to acknowledge receipt for your letter, date, Neil, and the note, the content. Sorry. Jariwala's the letter is not very encouraging. He is prepared to some silver murtis we have already got. Therefore, we should not take him for the present seriously. Later on, we shall think over the matter. I am very glad to know that work has begun on construction of the roads. We sh- so see see that it is done all very gorgeously. Hope this will meet you in a good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank
In this letter, I think Prabhupada is preparing for the having Rath Yatra, and some devotees are preparing for the to Lord jewelries and some organ or, or ornaments are preparing. So Prabhuji, I just got it like that. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
you, Mataji. Okay, very nice. Any other takeaway points, dear devotees, you wanted to say? Mention? Okay, so I think here when Prabhupada is mentioning Jariwala's letter is not very encouraging. He is prepared to some silver murtis, but murtis we have already got. Therefore, we should not take him for the present uh, very seriously. Later on, we shall think over the matter. So I think he wanted to do silver murtis, but we have got already murtis. So I think that is what I also understand. Okay, so that is small takeaway point only. Okay, from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow is the Gita Jayanti, and every year we are reciting Bhagavad Gita, and we take this opportunity to recite. Coming Saturday is the Bhagavad Gita session, so we occupy that session with our recitations. So it needs at least 3 hours of time, and I request dear devotees kindly prepare whatever the chapters you wanted to recite and be present so that it is not a learning thing. So it needs a longer time. We need to go in a fast pace in the sense reciting nicely at the same time go with the flow. So I request dear devotees kindly choose any chapters if you wanted to recite. So now it is open for the devotees, regular devotees first, and then we open it for the other devotees in the WhatsApp group if any chapters are left. Okay, so I request dear devotees kindly choose the chapters from the Bhagavad Gita on
Okay,
coming
very good.
Saturday.
One chapter, yes, Prabhu?
Yeah, one devotee, one chapter,
Okay,
only Sanskrit verses.
okay. And Prabhu, were you mentioning about the prayers, 25 sloka? Which country is it, Prabhu?
This shloka, Chitta Shloki
No,
Bhagavatam.
no, not Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. You said the prayer anybody devotee can do 1 to 25 verses. Which canto is that?
Yes, it is third canto, chapter 9. It is the Brahma's prayers unto Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu.
Okay, 3, 9, and verse 1 to 25, right?
1 to 25. These are the
Okay.
prayers. And then after that, the Lord says, whoever recites these 25 verses and ask for any benedictions, I will fulfill them, those desires. We did this one, I think, 2 years ago as well.
Yes, yes. Just I forgot about 3,
Garbhodaka.
9, 20. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so recitations. Anyone volunteers to take the chapters, chapter 1? So we start at 6:30 so that we cover all the chapters, go up to 9:30, something like that. Anyone volunteers for chapter 1?
Uh, I can Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is the 72 verses. I think if many devotees are reciting from one family, they can to choose chapter 2 or chapter 18 because those contains more than 70 verses, 72 and 78. Uh,
Mhm. And I would like to do Mother 11, chapter 11 also, the long verses. If
Mataji,
anybody would do
is
one
chapter,
chapter,
you want to
chapter
do chapter
1,
11?
I can do chapter 11, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay, chapter 11. You are chapter 11 then. Thank you, Mataji. Sanchita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. We can do chapter 18.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Dinashrestha Mataji.
Prabhuji, when it's gonna be recitation, Prabhuji?
This is Saturday at 6. We start at 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Prabhuji, I got some other things to do.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
This recitation goes until 9:30. You can choose the chapter which may come in the maybe later 8:30
Prabhuji,
p.m.
on
something.
that
Like
day, Saturdays, I got a Bhakti Visa, so it's gonna be 6:30 to onward. I don't know how long gonna be, Prabhuji. We do the, prasadam, everything is gonna be take time, Prabhuji. Sorry
you're
about
not
that.
available. That's fine,
Yes,
Mataji.
yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Otherwise, I really would to love to do, Prabhuji.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. No worries.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, Devashish Prabhuji and Mampi Mataji, would you like to participate? And some information is chapter 12 and chapter 15. They are the small chapters with only 20 verses. Hangma Mataji, would you like to take any one of it? Small chapters.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, but I will only be able to join after 8:30. So if those chapters will come after 8:30, then yeah, I can surely. Is that okay, Prabhuji?
Sure, Mataji. I think 15th chapter may be possible for you, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, because I can try to join a bit early as well at around 8. So
Sure, Mataji.
chapter 15, will that be okay?
Yes, 15th chapter.
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Gauringi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Would you like to recite Bhagavad Gita on Saturday, coming Saturday?
Morning, evening Prabhuji.
Evening, Mataji. 6:30 p.m. we start at.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay.
Any chapter of your choice, Mataji?
No idea, Prabhuji. Anyone we would like, or we need to which one we have to do, Mataji, Prabhuji?
So whichever the chapter you are comfortable, Mataji. So some devotees have choices.
Any one chapter, yeah, Prabhuji?
Yeah, any one chapter, yes.
Okay, so how many sloka, Prabhuji?
One chapter, Mataji.
One chapter.
Yeah. Only
Okay. So that is this for is Gita Jayanti about it, yeah, Prabhuji?
Yes, Gita
Okay.
Jayanti.
Okay. So 15. Which one going
You
on,
want to do
Prabhuji?
chapter 1, Mataji?
Chapter 1?
Yes.
Is morning, Prabhuji?
Evening,
That one?
Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji, no problem.
Evening 6:30 p.m. we sharply start.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Evening,
Mataji.
evening, yeah, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Saranya Mataji, would you like to recite? You available?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, I'll try, Prabhu. Allocate one chapter to me, like maybe chapter 3.
Chapter 3. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you, Mataji. Perfect. And Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji and Supriya Gopi Mataji.
Is it coming Saturday, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhu. We can do chapter 2, Prabhu, if nobody's taking it.
You both wanted to do chapter 2?
Yeah, we can be both can do chapter 2, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 are there, and still 4, 5, 6, 7. Devashish Prabhuji and Mampi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
You want to do chapter 12, Prabhuji? Small chapter.
Yes, Prabhu, no problem. Thank you.
And Mampi Mataji?
She's not here, Prabhu. I don't know. So we'll do together, same one.
You can give Mataji a different chapter, Prabhuji.
She's not here, Prabhu, so
okay, we'll do it, Mataji, chapter 9, yeah? Okay, so Mampi Mataji, chapter 9, please, Mataji, know, Prabhuji, let her know. Okay, so I think we have covered all the devotees here, and we'll open the rest of the verses to the group. I'll put those poll and the list and allocation. Okay, so thank you so much. And dear devotees, today evening we have got a preaching practice session with Shridhar Govindas Prabhuji at 8 p.m. That is our upcoming event. And dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Okay, there are no updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस डे एवरीवन हरे कृष्ण